Hi there, this is Emily.
Hi, Emily. This is Randy. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Thank you for taking the time to speak with me today.
I'm delighted to do so. Are you East Coast, West Coast, middle? Just curious.
East Coast, for
East
now.
Coast.
Yes, how about you?
Yeah. I'm normally East Coast out of D.C., but I'm actually on the West Coast this week. So.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
hope you're enjoying the weather and a break from what I'm assuming is a lot of heat. I'm from the D.C. area originally, so do my best to escape in the summer.
It's been pretty gross in D.C., but it's pretty. I'm actually in Oregon right now. It's pretty hot for Oregon as well. But yeah, we're in the midst of summer in D.C. So yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, I'm delighted to help on the call in any way that I can. If you have any color on the client you're working with, that would help. I don't need to know the name or anything, any specificity, but it might just help a little bit.
Yeah,
not,
absolutely.
That's okay.
So our client is a defense contractor, and it has a pretty robust and pretty rigid BD process. 5+ phases, specific teams, a lot of sort of like rigid decision making. And so what we're hoping to help them do is take a look at their current process, take a look at some best practices, both among other A&D peers, as well as sort of just innovative companies, for example, like Google, Amazon, see how they, see what best practices they have in terms of the BD process, and hopefully make some recommendations as to how our client's process can be loosened up a little more customized, and also just along the lines of industry, like best in class.
Cool.
And I guess
that's great.
One other thing to clarify is we're thinking about business development pretty broadly, sort of like all stages of the process, whether that's in terms of the timing and like the different gate checks, or looking at competitors versus trying to get a better understanding of internal clients, looking at team structure. So we're really encapsulating a lot when we say business development, and the one limitation is that we're really looking to focus on larger projects, so along the lines of $100 million or more. And then sort of the last piece of context I'll give is that I am relatively new to looking into business development, so I'm also just trying to make sure that I'm understanding the processes in full. And apologies if any of my questions feel like they're coming out of left field, and if so, please let me know. But just a little bit of context on my background as well.
No, Emily, all that's great, and don't be shy about questions, because sometimes a simple question gets a galactic answer, which is great.
Right.
So, and I certainly don't want to miss anything at all during our conversation. Perhaps it might be helpful. You probably have seen my bio or something from GLG, but just a little bit of background. I run a consulting firm. Yeah, I have my own consulting firm, and I focus on strategic development both organic and inorganic, and dominantly it's in aerospace and defense, which is obviously very relevant for this discussion. I was head of corporate development at 5 different aerospace and defense companies and 1 tech company. So I can talk to both tech and to A&D as well. And when I say A&D, both on the commercial aerospace side as well as the government contracting side. So happy to talk about anything in the world. I have some prepared thoughts. I obviously can't talk about proprietary or confidential information I have with other folks, but that's not even necessary for what we're talking about. I'll give you some hardcore facts, and then some of my own personal opinions, and please just ask any questions or stop anywhere along the way, Emily, and I'll be glad to help.
Sounds great.
Cool.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like if you have some things prepared, now you sort of have in mind our goal of really like working from the ground up and just envisioning this best-in-class process, would love to hear the thoughts that you have prepared along those lines.
Okay, sure. So